What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the trade deadline update. Today, we're going to be going over the two trades that happened since yesterday's upload. Today, the deadline ends at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, so that's approximately in 3 hours from when I'm recording it. It is 12 o'clock in the afternoon right now on the East Coast. And let's talk about these trades. Again, we have the Portland in another trade. Portland giving up Alexander Walker and Stederensky, with they just acquired, and you're giving them up, and you pretty much got Joe Ingles and Elijah Hughes and a second round pick. So this was a 3-team trade. Jazz got Alexander Walker and Hannah Gomez. Blazers got Ingles and Hughes and a pick, and Spurs got Stederensky and a pick. Who do I think won this trade? Probably the Spurs and Jazz, to be honest with you. I think the Blazers really lost this trade. I don't know what the Blazers are doing. None of these trades that the Trailblazers did in the last couple days are making them a better team. If anything, it's making them a worse team. You went and traded with New Orleans, got a nice, set of young players that you could have built around if you were going to start rebuilding. Then you went and traded some of those to acquire Joe Ingles. I don't know if it's to make Damian Lillard happy, because Dame did come out yesterday around the time I was actually recording yesterday's video, which I didn't even see I didn't even see the article on it, that Dame was saying still after the CJ trade that he still loves Portland. He still wants to be there. He still wants to bring them a championship. In my honest opinion, Damian Lillard, you're not bringing Portland a championship. Not with the team that they have now. I don't see this team getting any better. There's nothing you guys can really do to be any better. At this point, the Trailblazers need to go all in on a rebuild. Damian Lillard needs to be traded, or he needs to request a trade. I know he doesn't want to be traded. I get it. He wants to be loyal to the soil. But it's just not going to happen. You're not going to win a ring there. It's time for you to do something for you, make yourself happy, go win a ring somewhere, go to a contending team. Listen, Kobe Bryant couldn't do it during the rebuilding years. Damian Lillard, you're no Kobe Bryant. You're a special player. Don't get me wrong. I love your game. You're a great player. Probably one of the top point guards in the league right now. But you're not bringing that team a championship. You're not even probably making it to the playoffs in the next couple of years. I don't see you guys being able to pull off any trades that are going to get you guys another superstar, all-star caliber type of player. And I don't see anybody signing to you guys. Nobody signed with you guys in the past. Nobody's going to sign with you guys now, unfortunately. You're a small market team. A lot of players nowadays, they want to play in the big market teams. LA, Miami, New York. Yeah. Damian Lillard, you just need to go, my friend. Get out of there while you can. And it's sad to say. I mean, franchises are not loyal anymore. Damian Lillard, you don't owe them nothing. You don't have to be loyal to them anymore. They showed their cards. They showed their hand. They want to hit the reset button, it looks like, but they're afraid to, because they're afraid to upset Damian Lillard and probably potentially lose Damian Lillard. I don't blame them. On to the next trade. I don't want to hang up on Portland too much, because I don't want to feel like I am bashing Portland or bashing Damian Lillard. But it's a lot that Dame has to think about. You're jumping the gun coming out saying you want to stay there. It's about you at the end of the day. Your resume. This is your career, your life. You got to do what makes you happy, what's best for you. If being in Portland makes you happy and not winning a ring ever, then great. But obviously you want to win championships. Get up out of there, my boy. That's my opinion. On to the next trade. Thunder and the Heat. Now this trade is a little wonky one. The Heat get a 2026 second-round pick from the Thunder, and the Thunder get KZ Acapella. An additional agreement is that the 2023 first-round pick already owed to Oklahoma City from Miami has been amended to a 2025 first-round pick, which is 1 through 14 protected. And if not, it's conveyed into a 2026 unprotected pick. So pretty much what that is saying is the 2023 pick, that is owed to Miami has been changed into a 2025 first round pick, which is 1 through 14 protected. If it does not, if the Trailblazers do not get the pick, they will get the 2026 unprotected pick. For those of you that don't actually know what that meant. What does this trade say for the Thunder and the Heat? This is a really good trade for the Thunder, in my opinion. They're getting another good young core player in KZ Acapella. Now, he's not the best, one of the best players out of that draft. He's been, decent player. Only time will tell. I mean, adding him to that already great young core of Giddey and Shea and Popoletsky. I think that's his name, Popoletsky. It's just another young player, another asset, especially with all the draft picks you guys have. You guys are going to have a great young core for many, many years to come, especially if Paul George and Kawhi Leonard decide to leave the Clippers. Now the Clippers' value of those picks are going up. Yeah, so who do I think won this trade? I'm going to say the Thunder won this trade at the end of the day. No matter how you look at it, getting a 20, yes, Miami, they got their 2023 first round pick back. They ended up getting a 1 through 14 protected on the 2025. But you guys are going to actually, I feel like the 2023 one is kind of wasteless. You probably should have let them keep that because you guys are going to still be good in 2023. I don't think you guys are going to fall down. But by 2025, you guys can be screwed. Because let's say you do have a terrible season going into the draft for the 2025 and it is protected. That's great. It's protected. You get your pick. But the next year you don't have your pick. So that can be a downfall for the Miami Heat. There is no really downfall for the Thunder. They got a plethora of picks. They got a beautiful young squad. They're adding another young asset to their squad. Back to the Blazers, the three-way trade between the Blazers, Spurs, and Jazz. My opinion, at the end of the day, maybe the Jazz won this. Maybe the Spurs won this. I don't think the Blazers won this at all. Blazers lose regardless. Blazers have been losing on every trade, in my opinion, in the last couple days. Jazz acquired, Alexander Walker and Hernan Gomez. Not the best players in the world, but, some assets, some decent players that can come off the bench. Spurs got Satoransky, pretty decently young player to add to their pretty young player core. And they got a second round pick out of it. Blazers aren't winning any of these trades at all. So those are my opinions on those two trades. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about before we go ahead and wrap this video up is the James Harden situation over in the Brooklyn Nets. Now, there has been rumors that James Harden wants to request a trade but is afraid of backlash from the fans. James, I'm going to say this to you. Request that trade, man. Who gives a shit what anybody thinks? At the end of the day, it's your life, your career. You can't think about the backlash. LeBron went through it. Kevin went through it. Yeah, I get it. They were free agents. They were able to do what they wanted to do. They were able to leave when they wanted to leave. I get it. It's looks bad. You go requesting a trade to Brooklyn from Houston, and then all of a sudden requesting a trade from Brooklyn to Philly. I get why you want to leave. I really do. Not to bash Kyrie Irving at all in any shape, form, or way. I mean, he is a great NBA player, but his personality is toxic as all hell. He's a diva. He's a drama queen at the end of the day. You turned your back on your team. You turned your back on the fans at the end of the day. I get it. You're trying to make a stand. It doesn't matter. You're one person. New York doesn't care about you at all. You think that New York was just going to automatically change because Kyrie Irving, an NBA basketball player, decided that he didn't want to get vaccinated? Bruh, nobody gives a shit about you. Nobody gives a crap what you think, to be honest with you. You're letting fans down. At the end of the day, there are people that bought season tickets to watch you play. You made a commitment to your two teammates. You guys said you guys were going to win championships. Then all of a sudden you want to go and be a diva over vaccination. Pro-vax, anti-vax, I really don't care your stand. I don't care at the end of the day. You do what you do. You feel the way you feel about what you feel. There's nothing that's going to change that, yes. But you have a job at the end of the day. You're getting paid millions of dollars. You are not making a stand. You're not showing. Listen, I'm a fan of the NBA at the end of the day. You're just showing me you're a fucking diva. You're not showing me you're making a stand. How are you making a difference? How are you showing people that you're supposedly sticking up for that I'm doing this for you? Bro, you're a millionaire. You don't have to work. The Brooklyn Nets could not pay you this entire season, and it wouldn't affect your bank. Those people that can't work because of the vaccine, they don't have help. They're not millionaires. They don't got money in the bank. Your stand is not doing anything. I think Brooklyn should have not even paid you for this season. You're letting fans down. You let the franchise down. Great, you came back. They let you come back for away games. That's awesome. Great for you for making a stand. But you let your teammates down. You let your fans down. I don't blame James Harden for wanting to leave. You guys were supposed to win championships. You guys were supposed to be this big three. And then you left Kevin Durant and James Harden out to dry by themselves. You're just a certified diva at the end of the day. You told Boston fans that you want to be there, that you want to stay there. And then you walk on them to go to Brooklyn, to go team up with Kevin Durant. Listen, I'm not mad that you went and left to go team up with Kevin Durant, but don't go and promise the fans in Boston that you're going to resign. What were you, a little upset that the team wasn't yours, that it was Jason Tatum's? You thought that you were going to come in and be the man of the team? You're not a leader. At the end of the day, you're a sidekick. You're not a Batman. You're a Robin. I don't blame James Harden for feeling the way he feels and wanting to be traded. So, James, my man, request that trade. Get out of there. I don't blame you. Kevin Durant, I give you credit, man. I give you credit for sticking with it. I give you credit for not bashing your teammate. You've matured over the years. Congrats. At the end of the day, James Harden's got to do what he has to do for him, his legacy, his career, his family. If that's him requesting another trade, him going to another team to potentially win a ring, then do so. You don't owe nothing to nobody. You don't owe Kevin Durant. You don't owe Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving already showed you where he stands. He didn't care about you or Kevin Durant. You don't need to care about them. Or, I mean, you could care about Kevin Durant. He probably doesn't have really anything to do with this. But, dude, you don't owe anything to Kyrie at the end of the day. You don't owe anything to fans at the end of the day. Fans are fans. Your situation is a little bit different than Kyrie's. Fans are pissed because fans buy tickets. They were expecting to see Kyrie play, and then he chose to sit out. You're requesting a trade to get yourself in a better situation to win. That's two different things, and I understand that. So I honestly think that the 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets need to come together and make an agreement to get rid of Ben Simmons from Philly and get rid of Harden from Brooklyn. Philly's dragged down the Ben Simmons situation on too long as well. I don't want to get into it because this video is already starting to get long. I have my own opinion on that. I already told you guys my opinion on Kyrie Irving's vaccine, his situation, which I probably shouldn't have gone into too much depth on that. We got 2.5 more hours before the trade deadline. Let's see what happens. If anything pops up between now and 3 p.m., I will be back later tonight with an update video, or first thing tomorrow morning with an update video. Hope you guys are enjoying this different content that I'm dropping here on the video. On the channel, not the video. Oh my god, what am I saying? Sorry about that. On the channel. If you guys are enjoying it, please hit a like button for me. Subscribe to the channel because we're going to have some more NBA related stuff be dropping here more often. Hit that notification bell so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. All right, everyone, have a great day. Until next time, peace out.